Sorry, my laptop froze there for a minute. Good morning, Virgo. This is going to be your reading. I am using my Manga Tarot deck, which I'm really just now getting used to because I kind of avoided it for a while, because when I first picked it up, you know, like a year and a half ago, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't figure these cards out. But I was guided to use it for like the set of readings, and I feel like I'm able to understand the energy more of the cards. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with your reading. Can I have some cards for Virgo? Cards for Virgo. Hope everybody's enjoying their summer. Not too many. We'll take this one that fell out by itself. Oh. All right. There's some cards for Virgo. Cards for Virgo. Come on. A couple more tarot cards for Virgo. I'm going to take this one. One more. Need one more tarot card. Give me the best card for the best possible reading for Virgo, for my Virgo friends. And we got two more. I'll take them. All right, and give me some oracle cards. Oracle cards for Virgo. I've been really extra tired lately, but I've been doing a lot of energy work on myself mostly. So I really try to wait until, you know, I'm where I need to be at before I, you know, start doing videos. Sorry, my neighbors are back across the street and they are really loud all the time. I mean, it's crazy. I'm like, this is a residential neighborhood and they got stuff going on all day and all night. It's terrible. It's very hard to have any kind of peace and quiet. But yeah, I have to wait until, you know, I'm really, you know, in a good place before I make these videos, obviously. And then they're draining too. Like, I'm usually pretty drained. I'm doing good to do 2 videos a day. I usually aim for 1 or 2. I can't do more than that, or I'm really tapped out. Come on, being stubborn here. All right. That one's definitely trying to come out. And my Witch's Oracle. I like these Witch's Oracle cards really well, but they tend to like focus a lot on time. Like, they'll give you like a time frame, you know, which, you know, time is human construct. It's not always time, it's energy, but they do give you like some time guidelines. All right. So the first card that we have is the Devil card. Devil energy tends to be more like addictive behaviors. Really, I feel like the energy coming through with this card has to do with being in your ego. And any type of behaviors or feelings that come up from the ego. These are usually lower vibrations. Usually the big one is jealousy. So I feel like you might be dealing with the green-eyed monster of jealousy. Maybe there's a third party in your connection or a perceived third party. Sometimes, our imagination will create, problems where there are none. And this really stems from our own insecurities, which is what causes jealousy. So you really need to take a look at how you're feeling right now and really understand that anytime a fear creeps in to our romantic connection, love goes out the window. Because oftentimes this will even push people away just because of the energy that you're putting out. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe this. Even if your significant other or your romantic interest has their eyes on someone else besides you, okay, how you react can make all the difference in the world, okay? Imagine this man, he's got like these two women that are interested in him, or vice versa, a woman, she's got two men interested in her. And one is really being very peaceful and really being very loving and understanding and compassionate about the whole situation. I know you're like, what? Hear me out. And imagine the other one is not. Who do you think is going to be more attractive? The confident one, the one that is not worried about anybody else, because this person knows their worth and their value, and they know that what is for them they will have, and if not, oh well, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Which attitude do you think is going to be more attractive? We have the Weaver, Fate, Destiny, and Weird. Even though we do create our reality, this is like the second time I've had this card this week. Even though we do create our own reality by where we vibrate at and by what we believe to be true about ourselves, there is a divine destiny, this divine design for everyone's lives that we actually chose before even incarnating here. We chose the lessons, we chose what we wanted to experience, and we chose how, not so much how it would end, but where we would end up at and with who and how. So basically, any type of side roads that you take on this journey of life will still lead you to the same place. So enjoy the ride. And really take a look at all of the lessons and really enjoy all of it, because the journey is the destination. Okay, we have Page of Coins. This is a new opportunity that is being handed to you. This is being given to you. And if this has not happened yet, it's going to. Now, this can be a new opportunity for growth, for learning. This can be a lesson. This can also be a new path that is coming your way in the way of, an opportunity to, for money, like a new job opportunity. But I really feel like it's an opportunity for more growth. So really pay attention to what's going on in your life and stop like being so judgmental of it all. Stop being like, oh, this is so terrible. And then just really look at it from a fresh new perspective. And when you shift your consciousness and your perspective, watch how much easier things get and how much happier you are, like really, truly happy and peaceful. Because we have this hostilities card. So yes, you're being asked to really transmute these double energies that are coming your way. I really feel like this has to do with, some relationship issues right now that are coming up, some challenges. And, that's the good stuff. It's the good stuff because that's where the learning and the experience come in. Imagine how boring it would be just to have like this perfect relationship. Everything's just perfect. Nothing ever goes wrong. You would stagnate. You would not have room for growth anymore. That's the reason why people get bored and they have affairs. because, you know, we're here to experience things and to have this growth. And sometimes the soul will create turbulence. And like I said, this is the good stuff, because if you can take a situation like this, really learn and grow and really turn it into a situation to be able to show somebody more love, to be able to show yourself more love. I mean, like I said, that's what it's all about. Because we have the sun. And this is like a happy ending card. But this is kind of what I was talking about before. The journey is the destination. And we all have this divine design. And only your soul knows, like, where, you know, this happy ending is going to take you. But like I said, even then, that's like not the end. Because it would be so boring. I mean, where else do we go from here? Okay, here we are. You know, I mean, imagine, you know, you've been running this race and you finally make it to the finish line. There you are, you know, sitting there sipping your Gatorade at the finish line. So what are you going to do? Prepare for another race. All right, Healer of the Ages. And the way that we heal, okay, is shifting our perspective and taking these lower devil energies that we have, because the ego is devil energy, and turning them into more of like this Christ consciousness of really transmuting them. And how you do that is, you know, you really face your darkness, you know, your shadow side, those things that you have that are there, and you incorporate them, you know, you look at them, you know, from a loving point of view. And you're like, you know what? Yes, you know, I have these tendencies. Yes, I have these qualities, but you know what? I'm going to love myself in spite of them. And I'm going to always choose love. I'm going to choose love. I'm going to choose this instead of this. All right, so we have Knight of Wands. What is that? Looks like some kind of, oh no, it's a horse. All right, so we have this Knight of Wands. And it's actually clarified by this distant horizons. I had to look. So I feel like this is, you know, maybe you're preparing to travel right now. Maybe relocating for a job. Or for some of you, maybe somebody's moving back home. You know, maybe, you know, you've been living with someone in another place, another state, and you're coming back home for a while because, you know, maybe the two of you need a break. I mean, that came through for somebody. You know, and that's perfect too, because, you know, sometimes we do need a period to kind of get away from people, so we can get that fresh new perspective and kind of work through some things. But maybe, you know, like I said, you're getting ready to take a trip, a vacation. A lot of people are vacationing right now, you know, after being in quarantine for months. Maybe take a cruise, go see the ocean. Let me pull a clarifier for that. Let's see what we got here. We have got indecision, door to spirit, and the garden and the gate. So these two right here definitely have to do with the spirit world. These definitely have to do with being, you know, on a divine journey. You know, maybe some of you are on a twin flame journey, a journey of enlightenment. And so this card here is like being at a crossroads. So basically, if you are being divinely guided to travel, to go see somebody, to go spend time with somebody, the answer is yes. Because I feel like this indecision card has to do with travel. So definitely take that trip. Definitely venture out, because this will help you on this journey as well, because there's two different things going on, one in the physical and one in the spiritual realm. All right, we have the Death card. So this has to do with endings, you know, so it may have to do with, you know, with this ending here, with this hostilities and this Devil card. That maybe it seems like things are over right now, but there's never really an ending, especially if this is someone that you're really supposed to be with. And like I said, that has to do with, you know, and I remember I said there's divine design. There's many paths to get there. And so this situation may seem like it's over right now, but I feel like this situation has kind of came and gone before, and you know this. And so if you can kind of focus on the fact that this is just a pause, this is just a time for you to kind of recharge your battery, really work on yourself, really work through some things, because I feel like this situation is definitely not over. All right, we have rebellion, upstart, tumult, and revolution. Do something different this time. Don't do the same thing that you've been doing over and over again, because that's what this pause is for right now. And I feel like what you have done over and over again have been those devil energies of jealousy and animosity and anger and kind of wanting, maybe even wanting revenge. Been there. I'm a Scorpio. We're famous for that. But choose something different this time. In that rebellion, I mean, you can actually choose love. Choose to love yourself more. Choose to walk away peacefully. You know, because that might be the travel also. Like I said, I feel like someone's moving away. Maybe someone's moving home. And that could be this death, this so-called ending. But if this person is for you, if this situation is for you and it's part of this divine design, then this is just a pause. But you're being asked to really work on yourself right now and really go within, really go inward. That's the rebellion. Doing something different. All right, we have Three of Wands. Make sure you are not looking backwards, and make sure you are not focused on the past. Be very, very present. It's going to be important to be very present right now. And you can really ground yourself in the present moment by spending more time outdoors. And nature is very grounding, and nature really does help you to really be present, because that's what you're being asked to do right now. Lady Goddess Feminine. Get in touch with those feelings. That is where your intuition is. This card is all about intuition. And your intuition has nothing to do with your mind. It all has to do with your feelings. So make sure that you're really tapping into that. That's the reason why women are more intuitive than men, because we feel more deeply. Men don't really do feelings that well. So if you are a man watching this, you're going to really want to kind of get in touch with your intuition, with your intuitive, with your feminine side. All right, well, thank you very much for watching, Virgo. If you would like to have a personal reading, do reach out to me. Those are 40 right now. I'll include my email address in the description of the video, and also be sure and stop by my new page on Facebook. Thank you for watching.